The Red Dead Clown movement that's been taking over Twitter, or at least my feed lately, has been fantastic. Started by a few amazing YouTubers. We got PvP Cat that's been doing it quite a lot. Hazard, I think, jumped in and did some videos. And it's been great, man. We've been having lots of fun. We actually did some streams with Clown Movement, just going in and having some fun. The time when Rockstar has not put out any updates in the game in quite a while, and it seems pretty dead. It's up to the players to go in there and make their own content, and the Clown Movement has done just that. We've been going and having lots of fun with the clowns. We decided this week to go in with a little bit of an idea of doing some clown dailies, some clown daily activities in Red Dead Online, and it was hilarious and a lot of fun. This is the highlights coming up next. Hope you guys enjoy it. Howdy Cowpoke, AustinBMX here, and we are back in the world of Red Dead Online, having a little bit of fun as a clown. Yes, it does sound kind of silly, but that's why it's here. As I stated for the intro, Red Dead Online has been kind of dull. We haven't had an update in over 7 months now, and if you are like most of us veteran players, you grinded that content pretty dang quick when it came out, so for 6+ months, hasn't been anything for us to do in the game except grind golden cash, and I got way too much of that and nothing to spend it on, so what's the point in that anymore anyway? But recently, the Red Dead Online Clown movement, hashtag Red Dead Clowns, check it out on Twitter, has been fantastic. Just creating a buzz in the game, gets the community together, and allows you to have tons of fun and just goof off in the game, which is kind of where this open world online game should be pushing us into the future anyway. Just a place where all your friends, meet new people, can all get together and just do dumb stuff online, because isn't that what online games are all about? Red Dead Online is way different than any other game out there, or a lot of other games out there that are online that are like Battle Royale based or RPG based or things like that, where you could just do anything you want in this game. You could just sit around and chit chat for hours and just stand around in a certain town. I've done that actually, and not done anything at all. You can roam around and just see who's the best hunter, or roam around and go explore some areas, or you can dress up like clowns and do some clown dailies, and that's what we had decided to do this week in this week's stream, and it was tons of fun. So our clown dailies that we were working on this week, of course, were fit 12 clowns in or on a wagon. Now this was inspired by, of course, the clown car type activity where, you know, at the circus, the car rolls into the circus and all the clowns just pile out of it, right? So we had to figure out what kind of wagon we could get and how many people we can get on the wagon. That was our first challenge. Our second challenge was inspired by the clowns that climb up the big high dive. I always think of Dumbo when I look at this, and they dive into a small pool of water that seems impossible. That was our next challenge, to get a group of clowns to do a high dive into a small pool of water. Our third challenge was to fill the train full of circus horses to get into town. That's right, we had to find the train, fill it full of horses, and then ride it into town, you know, because the circus is in town now. And then our last challenge, of course, was just to have a drunken mob in Valentine and all get blatantly drunk and pass out in a clown mob in Valentine. And it was a lot of fun. Hilarious time on stream. I couldn't stop laughing at all. Our first challenge, of course, we had to do was the wagon challenge. Now, first thing we had to do was get all of our clowns together. So we sat in camp, waited for all of our clown posse to join up. We got pretty close to a couple dozen pretty easily. Few roamed in and out. Of course, when you have that many people together in one area, you do end up having some issues with disconnects. We had some clowns, you know, take a little bit of break and come back in. But we had a lot of fun. The lobby was completely full. People were trying to get in as much as they could and find an open spot. First thing, have to get the right wagon, right? The right wagon that you could fit 12 people on is a stagecoach wagon with a flat area on the back of it that has nothing on it. There's not very many of them in the game. I thought it was going to be quite difficult. We all spread out. I went to Blackwater. Didn't get very lucky. I thought it was going to take us a while because first stagecoach I found was not the right one we were looking for, of course. Not a very good job on my part. But then in chat, someone says they found the wagon in Rhodes. Bam, we went to Rhodes. That was the right wagon. They found it. Next we had to do is get everybody to Rhodes. Everybody get to Rhodes so we can fill this wagon full of 12 clowns. It was a lot of fun. Now, of course, when you have a lobby full of clowns, usually it gets pretty difficult with communication because clowns just want to sit around and do nothing. Took us a little while. First thing we had to do is get my posse going so we could at least get 6 people on the wagon that won't kick you off, right? Because 4 people can fit in these stagecoaches and 2 people up on the driver's seat. That's 6 people. And then 2 people can fit on either side of it. That's 4 more, makes it 10. And then 2 people in the back. Those 6 people that are around the outside do not need to be in your posse, but they need to make sure they don't hit triangle or they'll just grab the driver, rip him off, and then everybody falls out of the wagon. Took us a little while, but we finally got 12 clowns on the wagon and we were off. Challenge complete, absolutely hilarious. Tons of laughing, goofing off during this challenge, but we got it and we are off driving the wagon to our next challenge of jumping into a small pool of water. Now, of course, I'm not sure how this happened, but they let me drive the wagon, which isn't a good idea, especially when there's 12 people on it. We went the wrong way first, and then we kind of went the right way. I accidentally ran over an NPC and almost killed the wagon, which was lucky because I've done that before when we broke some wagons. We were trying to do something, so I don't know why they let me drive, but they did. But we finally made it. Took a little bit of a long time. We made it over to Flatneck Station because that was right next to where we were going for Bard's Crossing to do our next challenge of doing the high dive. And wouldn't luck have it, when we get to Bard's Crossing and Flatneck Station, the dang train was coming in, which is our 3rd challenge. So our amazing clown security jumped on the train to hold that there for us so we could use it in the future after we get the next challenge done. So the next thing we did was strut on down the tracks. Didn't have to worry about the train coming because it already did. We cruised on down to the bridge. Big old fun time with the clown posse here. Got to the top of the bridge, got some good views, and our next challenge was to high dive into a small pool of water. Now, this is the only place in the game, well, that you could do it from this height. I'm not sure why it works, but you could jump off Bard's Crossing right here and land in a small pool of water that's down there and actually survive if you do it in the right spot. So we got everybody together. Everybody got on top of the bridge and away we go. We all jumped off, landed in a small pool of water, just like in the circus. The crowd went crazy. Well, if there was a crowd, they would have went crazy. I mean, I went crazy. I hope you guys would have went crazy as well. But seeing a rain of clowns jump off the bridge into the pool of water was magnificent. We completed our challenge number 2. It was time for number 3. Now, of course, like I said, number 3 was going to be to get a wagon full of horses, clown horses, make it a circus wagon. That was our whole thing there. Yeah, get a clown circus wagon full of clown horses. That's what we wanted to do. Exactly. Luckily, the train was already there. I thought it was going to take us forever to find this train and get it there, but of course it did not. The train was there. We were good to go. Now, the only place in the game that I've ever been able to get a horse on the wagon, or on the train, a horse on the train, was Wallace Station. So, off we went to Wallace Station. I thought it was a great idea. I mean, let's go to Wallace Station and we can get these horses on the train. So, off we went on the Wallace Station. It was an amazing trip. I made it down to Saint Denis driving the train, and I got a little tired, so we let someone else drive, and we jumped on back to the clown car to hang out with everybody and see what they're doing. Beautiful scenic view as we rode 20 minutes up and around Annisburg, through the mountains, on our way to Wallace Station. Magnificent time. Now, of course, when you're on a train full of clowns with nothing to do for 20 minutes, it does start to get a little uneasy. We got into some tunnels. It got a little dark. Some people started shooting. Some people started blowing people's heads off. People were throwing people off the train. You know, it was a crazy, hectic, silly time, but we finally made it to Wallace Station. I was able to get in the train, got it lined up to Wallace Station, jumped out of the train. Well, actually, I think I got thrown out of the train at some point, but that's besides the point. You know, clowns will be clowns. Went back to check and make sure we can get horses on there, and somehow the train started moving again. Just far enough past Wallace Station to not be at Wallace Station. Now everyone had a great idea that we could back the train up. I didn't think it would work. And I was right. It doesn't work. You cannot back the train up. I'm pretty sure we knew that, but it would be fantastic if Rockstar would add that we could back the train up. Because at that point, I thought we'd have to drive all the way around. Because somebody had the blatant idea that the only place you can get horses on a train would be Wallace Station. I don't know who that guy was, but then it was suggested in chat, hey, let's try Flatneck Station. And I was like, you know, there is a place in Flatneck Station that they put sheep on trains, well, kind of in story mode. And isn't that right where we started with the train? It is. Okay, so if this works, you're telling me we went all the way around the entire map on a scenic route for no apparent reason but to have some fun on the train. And I didn't even get any money for the scenic tickets. You're welcome for the free scenic train route, clowns. We made it back down to Flatneck Station, and lo and behold, yes, horses can ride. They can ride up the sheep chutes. I can't believe I even got that one out. The sheep chutes right onto the train. Now, of course, everyone was trying to jump, as you can see, fly over the train, crash and burn. But if you just walk your horse, you know, you can get all your horses on there. So we slowly got our horses on there. We filled one train car. I moved the train forward. We got the other train car full. And lo and behold, we had about 16 horses on our circus train. We turned the Red Dead train into a circus train, onward to the next town, because the circus is coming to town. I can't believe we actually pulled it off, but we got all the horses on the train, and we started roaming into Valentine. Luckily, the train did take a left-hand turn at the fork here, because our next spot we were supposed to be going is Valentine anyway for our final challenge. So we lucked out there, and off we went. A glorious circus ride for the circus to come into town to Valentine. Now, we didn't get a big welcome when we got there. I figured all the townsfolk would be out at the train station waiting for the circus to get there. They must not have got my memo. I sent it like a week ago. I don't know what happened with the postman there. Maybe he doesn't like the circus, but we made it. No fanfare, but that's okay. We're clowns. We can make our own fanfare. We cruised over to Valentine Saloon and decided to just show the town that we're in town and get blackout drunk. Now, of course, when you get a whole bunch of clowns, just like the train, in a certain area, you know, some stuff can go wrong. Shots are fired, dynamite goes off, everybody's just gotta be drinking too much and passing out, and it was a little bit of a situation that we had to get a handle on. We finally did it. Everybody got drunk in the saloon and passed out, and let the town know that the circus was in town. Now, after we completed our final daily challenge of the clown challenges, there wasn't much else to do. So we decided, how about we make the biggest explosion in Red Dead Online? We all cruised over to Emerald Ranch. Now, we had about 20 people at least with us, so I instructed everybody, go buy as much dynamite as you can from Emerald Ranch. Or, yeah, from the fence there. Cruise over into the pasture, set all your dynamite down. Now, this was going to be tricky, because to set your dynamite down, you got to be really careful. When you get 50 to 100 sticks of dynamite on the ground, you got to step back really slowly. Unfortunately, when you set your last stick of dynamite on the ground, if you don't know, aren't paying attention, you know what happens next? You pull out your gun quick draw and you shoot. Unfortunately, someone did it, blew us all up prematurely, and we had to start all over. Not to worry though, we were right next to the fence. We cruised back over, filled our satchel full of dynamite, got it back over to our little grassy knoll, and slowly set all of our dynamite down. I think we had at least 130 sticks of dynamite on the ground. It was insane. I stepped back. Some people were even putting down moonshine, which was going to make it a crazy explosion. I told everyone, say cheese, pulled out my 6-shooter and let it have it. As you guys can see, huge explosion. Clowns went flying like crazy to end this amazing journey in Red Dead Online for our daily challenges. It was fantastic, a lot of fun, had tons of fun on the stream. The community is amazing over on our PS4. If you guys haven't joined it yet, join the AustinBMX155 RDO community over on PS4. You can get you guys in some lobbies as well. Awesome, amazing time. If you guys are having fun in the clown movement right now, that's all it is there to do, man. It ain't gonna, Rockstar's not gonna do anything with this movement. They're not gonna all of a sudden drop a big old update on us and say, oh man, you guys really showed us. Now, the movement's more just for us to show Rockstar, hey, we don't care that you're not giving us an update, because we really don't. You can have fun in this game if you really do love the game and you got a great community like we do to have fun in the game. Go in there, make your own fun little mini games, have fun with a bunch of people, and just goof off. If you want to go in the game and just shoot everybody up, go right ahead, man. But if you want to actually just have a hilarious time, go in there, dress like a clown, and just do some silly, dumb stuff, because that's what is the best thing to do in Red Dead Online right now. So I hope you guys enjoyed our highlights of our amazing, fun clown daily challenge, turning Red Dead Online into a circus. Had tons of fun. Like we mentioned, if you guys are on PS4, join the PS4 community if you guys want to join in our community lobbies and do fun stuff like this and just goof off. If you guys are new to the channel, or if you like this video, make sure to smash that like button and hit the subscribe button for more Red Dead Online content, including tips and tricks, news updates, gameplay, and just good old-fashioned fun. Hope to see you on the prairie sometime, but until then, see you later.